All right, beautiful people of Alice Radio. Here is your review of a film called Sex Tape. Cameron Diaz, Jason Segel, Rob Lowe, and I'll just tell you, Jack Black. So, in this film, Cameron and Jason are married, and they have 2 kids, and their lives are good, but their sex life is non-existent.
That's right.
So
they're a long-term couple who can't get it on anymore.
To get their sex...
they can't.
Because they're just tired
busy
and
and
they've
tired,
got
right.
kids.
Life happens, you know?
So to get the spark back, they decide to make a sex tape. When the video is uploaded to the cloud, it ends up on many iPads. Now Cameron and Jason must find every iPad before the video gets uploaded to the World Wide Web.
It went up to the cloud!
And you can't get it down from the cloud?
Nobody understands the cloud. It's a mystery!
That is true.
So a lot of this film shows Jason and Cameron having a bunch of sex in all the places.
Right.
So they had a wild night of sex.
3 hours, baby.
I mean, this thing is just, it's them effing the whole time. Literally.
Sort of.
The whole movie. The whole movie.
Not really, though.
Did they show anything?
Wow.
Show a little. Well, Jason is known to not be afraid to share his body with the public. Cameron gets naked, though, which is surprising.
That is surprising.
Well,
You see the full Monty. But you have to keep your eyes in the movie because it happens fast.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah, it happens fast. And then the rest of the film, they find ways to hide the nippy bits.
Oh, like Austin Powers style?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I actually don't like that. I prefer you just remove the stuff.
And
I think
show
it's
us.
creative. It's fun.
Yeah, I think it's actually a waste of time. I believe that if you're going to... Listen, if these actors have decided to be in this scene naked, why are you pretending like they're not naked?
Yeah.
It's cuter.
Is it really, though?
Yeah, I don't want to be scared by people's bathing suit
It
areas.
doesn't frighten me to see Cameron Diaz naked.
Scary about that.
I'm actually surprised at how good a shape she's in.
Well, we're going to get to
what
that in a
else has she
second.
got to do? She's not married. She doesn't have kids. You know, she's rich.
Right.
She's a movie star.
Right.
Work out.
Was this the right casting? Will these two be a big draw at the for the box office dollars?
You know, they were in Hot Teacher. Was it Hot Teacher? Bad Teacher
Bad
together.
Teacher, yeah.
And that was kind of one of the reasons that they decided to stick these two together again.
Do they have chemistry?
Oh,
yeah, they're pretty good together. The downfall of this film isn't the performances. They do the best they can. It's the writing.
Oh.
There's just not enough funniness, right?
Well, yeah, that was another thing I was going to bring up. So if you're not going to see this movie for the casting, do you want to see these two people having sex the whole film?
I actually would not have minded that at all. You're asking the wrong person, I guess, if you're hoping for a different answer.
At 41 years old, how does Cameron look?
She looks amazing. She's in great shape. I will say this.
Here we go.
If they do, and I actually thought this was happening like the last 2 movies I saw her in, but I am certain of it now. They're doing something post-film with her face.
Yeah.
They're photoshopping her face.
Yeah.
It is super smooth. And I know she's a heavy smoker, and I know she's got some wrinkles like when I see her in interviews.
And she's got a lot of pockmarks, too. Like, she does not have great skin.
No, and so...
She's a little gravel roadie.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I love Cameron Diaz. I think she's spunky and fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they
I like
are.
her attitude.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen some promotional, like the trailers and stuff. I go, oh wow. And Vinny's brother does that. He does the frame by frame retouching.
Yeah, they definitely do that. But now it's so obvious that it's like annoying. Like, let the woman age gracefully. Let her age gracefully.
They do it to guys too, though. Who's the guy? Vince Vaughn?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They do it to him a lot.
Yeah.
They remove the luggage from under his eyes every frame.
Yeah. Because he did. That's right. The last couple of movies I've seen him in, his face is looking younger too. And I know he had bags under his eyes for a while.
How's your boy Rob Lowe? The big surprise in this film.
Not really, man. If you watch Rob Lowe on Parks and Rec with Amy Poehler, he was awesome on that show.
Oh, he was.
He's so much greater than people give him credit for because he's so pretty and he did that weird thing with the 15-year-old in the sex tape.
Yeah.
So there's always those underlying things. Plus, he was like such a beautiful teenager and everything.
Yeah.
He doesn't get the credit he deserves. He's been really good in a few things I've seen him in.
Comedy suits him well.
Did you happen to see the movie about Liberace?
Yeah, of course.
He was the plastic surgeon in that and was awesome.
Yeah.
He was so good in that.
He is really, really good. He's managed to reinvent himself. He's going to be in
Many
demand.
times, yeah.
I really enjoyed him in the movie. He's probably the funniest part of the movie.
He is the funniest part of the movie. He is the funniest part of the film. When you finally see the sex tape at the end of the film, was it the payoff you were hoping for?
Well, that was also one of the more disappointing things. I'm thinking, you think it back to the first Hangover. The first Hangover was funny, but you really didn't get big laughs until you got to the end where you saw the pictures. And so I thought that was
They were the cherry on top. That made
Right.
it was like, oh, they left you really well.
And I assumed that was kind of what was going to happen with this one, and it wasn't nearly as effective. I mean, here's the thing: if you're going to go all out, you may as well go all out. And they did nothing really interesting or super funny at the end. Like nothing, none of it.
None of it. So, are you going to this film for the sex, the laughs, or Cameron Diaz's hot body? Like, what are we going to see this movie for?
Well, I went because I thought the premise was a really funny premise, and I like Cameron Diaz and Jason Segel together. That was the reason. And they did not execute.
Oh.
They underdelivered. Overpromise, underdelivered.
Does it seem like an Apple ad?
It is. So it's so funny you say that because everybody's been writing about that this morning. Apple is allowing their products to be in some racy films. 22 Jump Street, Neighbors, and now Sex Tape. And it's actually done wonders for Apple's marketing and branding. Because,
well, it's smart.
Yeah, it is smart. Because people are like...
The people who see those films are the people who are buying Apple products anyway.
Yeah.
That's that same age demographic, generally speaking.
It's very clear that, whether they bought the product placement or they got permission or whatever, Apple is everywhere. This is ultimately a commercial for Apple. The movie's shot with an iPad. iPads are being passed around the entire time. It's iPads that it's only being uploaded to. So it's good for Apple.
Yeah.
It really is. They're smart to do this. Put their stuff in R-rated movies.
All right, so ultimately, what do you think of it?
You
don't like it.
I honestly believe this is a Cameron comeback role.
Really?
I thought she was great in this. Especially, there's a moment where she snorts a ton of cocaine and it's super high, and it's so funny. That's the best part of the film.
Yeah.
This
that
is
was all at Rob
Drug
Lowe's
use,
house, by the way.
glorified, fantastic.
Yeah.
I know, right? This is the best I've seen her in a long time.
No.
What else she been good in?
The movie that she did with what's her face's wife and Kate Upton, the other woman.
the other woman?
It was much better, much
What
funnier.
about Night and Day? That's a good one. I like
Nine Day was really good.
Jeez.
I really like that.
It was really
I've
good.
seen it twice.
Yeah,
This
really
movie's.
good.
I give it 3 purrs.
Oh, you really like that much? I would give it 2 Aussies. It's okay. It's a movie that you may want to see in a matinee. Easily forgettable afterward. The stars are engaging, so you like seeing them on screen together. But boy, they had to do a lot of heavy lifting in order to pull this thing off. The writing is just not there.